Hello and welcome back to another episode of In the Driver's Seat with me, Maddie. Today I'm joined by the one and only Rianne Scott. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you, Maddie. Thank you for the invite this morning.
No worries at all. Can you start by telling us a little bit about you, what you do, and your previous work experience?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So my name's Rianne Scott and I am currently commercial manager over at Apertus Facilities and Building Services. Also part of RS Elite Consulting, which is my own company, helping clients with business growth and lead generation as well. Formally to that, my background is the asbestos industry, so 22 years in the asbestos industry. And so that's my background, and
Amazing. Because I've always seen you're always on LinkedIn, you've always got something going out, you're so well known and very well networked, so yeah, it's very good.
So networking is a key passion of mine, not something I've been doing for a great length of time. I suppose my first networking experience would come back to Northamptonshire, which was BNI, and I started that just after I started my own asbestos company back in 2008. So that was my kind of first venture into networking, and then took some time out from that to grow the business and what have you. And then 2018 started networking in London, organising my own events and things as well. So, and
amazing.
Where the LinkedIn content then came from as well.
Yes, yeah, it's great. So jumping straight in, what was your very first car?
My very first car was a Ford Ka.
Nice.
And a little bit of a story behind the reason why. And it was a brand new Ford Ka, and I couldn't afford my own car. But I had a job, but I didn't have any savings. So I decided that I would buy a brand new car. And my granddad acted as a guarantor for me because I was only 17. And it was also back in the day when you got a year's free insurance with the car as well. So obviously that had a huge price tag on it, especially nowadays. So
imagine if they offered that now. That would be incredible.
Yeah.
Especially for first-time drivers. I mean, people are getting quotes for £3,500.
Exactly. So 17 years old, brand new Ford Ka. With a sunroof and all the mod cons and a year's free insurance. So happy days.
Yeah, winner. So when you're looking at a new car, I mean, I've seen you've got a Mercedes GLC.
Yes.
Yeah, they're really lovely. What are the three things that you would look for? What do you need in that car to make it good for you?
So for me, I suppose I like a good sound system. I like the infrastructure of kind of the Bluetooth and not all the ModCon apps and things, but just like a decent Bluetooth and radio system, things like that. I am a little bit of a speed freak, so I do like something that's going to shift a bit.
Yeah, of course.
Which obviously going back to a Ford Ka, that didn't, but then that was probably nearly 30 years ago, so it's fine. And yeah, I just like it to look a little bit sporty, but not kind of too pretentious. So it's a little bit understated. But like look that. Classy, but
a bit under
fast.
The radar.
Yeah.
I like that. So what would be your favourite innovation of all time? I mean, there's so many new things on new vehicles now. I mean, you can have automatic headlights, sunroofs that are insane, all these different things. What's something you really like?
Ooh, I think all the different kind of mod cons that you get in cars, like you say, they're just so varied now and things. I've got a self-parking thing on mine, but I'm scared to even use I've never used it. No, so something like that, like the automatic drive type features on some cars and things, I think it's pretty wacky, but I would never trust it or try it. I keep saying to myself I'm going to take myself into a car park or something with a car and practice or press the self park button just to see whether it really does work. But it's so stuff like that is quite cool. But no, I think I mean, the biggest thing that I love in my own car is like heated seats and
me too.
heated steering wheels, that type of thing.
It just makes the winter, like, I mean, I know we're coming out of winter now, but it's still quite cold in the mornings.
Yeah.
But yeah, that heated steering wheel and heated seats are just,
they're
vital.
Definitely. So key elements for me in a car.
Definitely. So you're on the road quite a lot, I assume, with work. So what is your take on electric vehicles? Are you liking the shift away from petrol or diesel equivalents?
Unfortunately for me, I'm not organised enough to have an electric vehicle. I probably would shift to hybrid. But I just, my day is 100 miles an hour. From the minute I wake up to the minute I go to bed, I'm doing something or thinking about something. So for me, I suppose if I obviously had an electric car and had a charging point at home, it might not be so bad. But for the last few years, I've kind of rented houses and things. So to have a charging point at home hasn't been an option.
No.
And just getting up in the morning and think, oh, I've got no petrol. Oh, that's great. I just nip to the petrol station. I've got no charge. Oh my God, I need to sit here for another 20 minutes before I get charged. In my world, that's not happening.
No.
So,
and that's the thing. I mean, I get it. It works for some people that do short journeys every day. They're not on the road like salespeople or you and I.
No.
So yeah, I get how it works for some people, but I just love the sound of an engine too much.
I think. Exactly. So I know that some of the the Porsches and things, I think, have got kind of like sound boosters on them, even though they're electric type vehicles.
That's what Jack was saying.
Yeah,
so he was on the last episode, and he said that it plays sound out of the speakers, so it makes you think that it is.
Okay,
but it sounds nothing like how it would actually sound.
No, I can imagine. So
it's funny what they're trying to sort of do to like bring it sort of back, but yeah. It's an electric car, isn't it?
I mean, it does. They do move. I have driven a Tesla and things, and they do move. And the whole kind of stopping distance is quite something to get used to. But
it's like the I don't know how to say it, like the regen sort of braking.
Yeah,
it's like you only really use one pedal.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
It's good, but yeah, you've got to get used to it. It can take a bit of time. Yeah. So, what would your dream or ultimate vehicle be?
I do love like the Range Rovers type size vehicles, kind of like sitting quite high up on the road and things, but practically to try and park anywhere or drive that around kind of like a normal town is just like pretty, from a sitting on the motorway point of view, brilliant, but practicality it's not all that great. So yeah, I mean, I love my Mercedes. I love the GLCs, probably GLE and soup it up a little bit more. But I'm not mad into kind of like sports cars or anything like that. So the Porsches or anything like that doesn't kind of float my boat. But the Mercedes or the Audi Q7 I've had as well. They were really nice. That was a really nice drive. I am a bit of a car badge snob. So people kind of say to me, oh, do you want a Kia or do you want a Hyundai? Or it's not even pronounced like that, is it? I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. I'd be like, no, I am a car badge snob. I'll admit it.
You've got to be,
yeah.
I think if it works for you,
exactly.
It's fine. So. Yeah. Have you ever gone on quite like a long road trip or like ever driven anywhere quite exciting? I know you work away quite a bit. Do you mainly fly or?
No, I mean, I tend to do a lot of train journeys just because of work and things and the commute, and you're able to get a lot done in the car unless you've got your own kind of personal driver or something. And I tend to do that. But I tend to long road trips. I haven't done anything. I'd like to have a motorhome at some point and do like kind of Scotland down to Penzance and everywhere in between sort of thing. Would be nice. Even in this country, I just think there's some amazing places to visit. I've never driven like abroad for any length of time or anything like that. However, in June this year, I am supporting a charity called PAX One, and we're going on a rally drive around Geneva, Switzerland, France. for 5 days in June.
Amazing.
So that's called Wacky Races.
Oh, cool. Is it a bit like the Rust Bucket Challenge?
I think is that a Northamptonshire one, is it? Yeah, I think I've seen a few guys.
Sort of route.
Yeah, we'll all kind of meet up in London and then drive to the port and then go across Geneva, Switzerland, all around there, stopping at different hotels. And I'll be in my GLC, but there's some really cool cars kind of going there. So you got the Ferraris and the Lamborghinis and the McLarens and stuff, nice. Porsches. There'll be some. I've seen the videos from the last couple of years and it looks amazing. And obviously the biggest thing as well is raising money for charity.
100%.
So
that'd be so good. So last question, you're on a road trip, you've got 4 spaces in the car to fill. Who are you going to choose? Anyone?
I don't have to take Grant with me, do I?
No. You can go in the boot if need be.
Yeah. I don't know. Who do I think? I think if I was going to go celebrities, somebody that's probably not here anymore, probably someone like Prince. Prince was like an all-time kind of favourite singer for me personally as well against that. Definitely wouldn't be taking my children because I have to listen to their music. I'd have to think. I think I'd have to come back to that one. Who would yours be?
Mine? Oh my gosh.
There you go. Reverse question. Reverse psychology.
I think there needs to be a comedian in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe like a Ricky Gervais because I do like a bit of dark humour, but at the same time he's really like down to earth. Yeah. So I really like that, and I loved his show Afterlife. Yeah. I'd probably have him in there. I'd need like a singer, so someone to obviously sing. Maybe like a country singer. We do quite a lot of like road trips with work. It's like down to London, back up north. Maybe like a Morgan Wallen or like a Zach Bryan sort of like country singer would be in there.
Thinking comedian, I think I'll probably have to go like someone like James Corden and do like the carpool karaoke.
Yes, I love that.
That would be cool. And have like do something like that. That would be good.
Amazing. Perfect. Yes. Well, thank you so much, Rianne.
No, thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
Amazing.